攻撃的ですな。
これ
開けてる間につまみる。
餅飛ぶかも。
うん。
プシューって言うよ。
すごいカレ
ー。あ、そう。
開けてもらってる端から。やっぱりエビおいしいです。
ブチブチブチ。
暴れております。なんと。もちがぷー。ごめんね。
緊張しない。
もうやっていいのかな。
緊張しやんといてな。いつも見慣れた顔やから緊張することいらへんよ。
のどかでいいね。
こういう時もあっていいんよね。いつもせかせかしてるから。
そうそう、せかせかばっかりしてるのでね。お菓子どうぞ。
頂戴いたします。手作り？
そうです。
中はかぼちゃ？何個？
かぼちゃですね。かぼちゃの。
それをゆっくりお召し上がりいただいたら、これからくじ引きで、くじ引きして。でもね、いいものがもらえるっていうくじじゃないから大丈夫よ。はい。1番。あ、1番にお手前。そうです。
まっちゃんも変わりたいやね。
あ、これ書いてなかったはずで。
先生2番です。
私3番。よね。
何も書いてない。
みんなの。
すごく今日は失礼綺麗ですので。
あ、そういうことになるんですね。
立派な方のお茶を。
Japanese rice is renowned the world over, but with soaring temperatures and severe rains, farmers are in a fight for their livelihoods. They are trying various strategies, from heat-resistant rice varieties to paddy field dams that help prevent flooding. Saving the grain, Japanese rice in a world of extreme weather.
Selection from a variety of VOD programs. The stories behind renowned Japanese products, capsule figures. This model manufacturer in Osaka makes intricately detailed figures. To sell animal figures, the company included them as a prize inside of sweets fit within a tiny capsule. The same techniques are still used to make the capsule figures we see today. Japan's top inventions.
NHK World Japan Program Guide. Deeper look. Cutting-edge dialogue from politics and economics to social matters and cultural topics of the world. On the program's website, you can find more information and watch the show anytime via video on demand.
NHK World Japan delivers the various cultures of Japan. From traditional skills to the latest designs. Discover and immerse yourself in Japanese culture. NHK World Japan.
Ukiyo-e prints tell stories of everyday life in Edo.
Why do you like space so much?
There's so much sights to see. Nebulas, hot Jupiters, and supernova remnants.
Yeah.
They look so beautiful.
You know how I fell in love with space? My mom gave me a really cool space shuttle. You would wind it back and then...
Oh, I have that.
You have that. So I remember playing with that all the time and I wanted to become a pilot. I used to fly planes when I was 17 years old. And then after that, I started commanding spacecraft at NASA.
Have you ever been to space?
I have not, but it's a dream of mine.
I want to live on another planet.
Another planet?
Like, what kind of planet would you live on?
Of course, everybody's going to say Mars, right? You're going to say Mars?
No, Kepler 452b.
Oh, yeah. So Kepler 452b is your favorite planet. You know what we call those?
Exoplanets.
And there's actually, we estimate to be trillions of galaxies out there. So there's a lot of stars and a lot of exoplanets that we got to find. And so we need people like you to keep doing what you're doing. And it's one thing to get to this place where you know all this knowledge, but it's another thing to teach the knowledge.
Yeah.
So you were in kindergarten and you taught the 5th graders, right?
Yeah.
How did you like that?
It was a big opportunity for me. I taught all the planets. It was awesome.
How do you feel when we visit each other and we get to talk about space?
It feels good. I learned from you a lot. More than I could imagine.
You're my favorite person to talk about space too. You know that?
Yeah.
And you're learning so much by yourself too that you're teaching me as well. And that's really cool. The more you learn, the more we realize the little things in life we take for granted are the very things that make life possible. So when I look up in the stars, I think about that.
That is pretty cool.
My hope is that you are always going to be doing and learning about the things that you love the most. You can do whatever you want, but in the future, I think you're going to go to Kepler 452b.
Big ideas.
It is so important that we see ourselves on stage.
Unlimited conversations.
We can have great presidents of this country who can do great things to move this democracy forward.
Real talk with leaders and trailblazers.
If we kind of look at the whole concept of redlining, it's a spatialized psychology to say, I'm going to put a line around haves and have-nots.
But then the day came with the news that shook me to my core. You are a good candidate for a heart transplant.
I was finally going to be an independent woman in my motherland without my mother.
And so I pick up the card, and inside it reads, "Will you marry me?" And I think, not bad.
50 years ago, PBS NewsHour aired its very first broadcast.
Half a century later, we're still at it, guided by the same principles and mission.
Major funding is provided by the ETV Endowment of South Carolina, which proudly supports this program. Through the generosity of our members and donors, the ETV Endowment has made it possible for stories like Children in Crisis to be shared around our state and the nation for more than 40 years. Thank you for your support. And by Highmark Health, working to improve the health and well-being of those we serve by giving back to, reinvesting in, and strengthening communities where our customers and employees live, work, and play. Additional funding provided by the United Steelworkers, the Pittsburgh Foundation, and the Jewish Healthcare Foundation.
In 1979, about half of the region's economy relied on the steel industry. When steel went down, in the space of just a few years, the region suffered a net loss of about 150,000 jobs.
Literally, people were starving.